Hey there, film fans. I'm Jeff.
I'm Dave.
And I'm John, and welcome back to The Love of Cinema, a pod in which we'll challenge one another to discuss movies, both new and old, with a strictly positive critical eye, bitch.
That's right. And to avoid lazy negativity, we've decided to make this episode a drinking game.
I did anyway.
So if we say anything negative at all about each other, about this film, about how Dave feels guilty when he... No, I'm not going to say it. That's too easy. How about how John is a left brain word fetishist? You're going to hear this sound. That sound means we're taking a real live actual drink, and we hope you drink along with us.
Pour yourselves a glass and get ready to face what we're facing first, actually. Because we've got some stuff to deal with, fellas, after the sponsors.
Cheers. So, the Random Year Generator spun 1997, a year we've been to in the past. We have in the past talked about LA Confidential, we've talked about Gattaca, and we did a threefer during the pandemic, which was one of the drunkest episodes we've ever had in our life, where we talked about Boogie Nights, Jackie Brown, and Speed 2 Cruise Control. I don't remember.
Was that drunker than Halloween?
No, because that was a 2.5-hour show, but this is maybe number 2 or 3. It was definitely up there with the 1941, the movie that is, episode.
Ooh, yeah.
Anyway, we're talking about The Game for our featured conversation. Today, if you're new to the show, we like to do a little bit of a setup, what was going on in 1997, film news, world news, and then we're going to talk about The Game. If you saw The Game and you got excited and you just want to hear that conversation, we're not drunk enough to talk about it yet. So go ahead and scoot ahead, check the show notes, check the chapter listings at the bottom. If you're on Spotify, Apple Music, it'll take you right to The Game conversation about a half an hour from now, where we're just a little bit drunker. But like Dave said, we have a little business to get to. So John, why don't we introduce our sponsors and then we'll get into it.
All right. Carlos Barroso makes beer. Sometimes he gives it to us. Barroso.beer. Check the show notes. That's his handle. Go there. Like him. Love his beer making shenanigans. Yeah. We also have a music artist in residence. Dasein, Dasein. He gives us music. We play it on the episodes for free. Can you believe it? Dasein, Dasein.
Well,
go to the show notes.
He gives us the music free. We charge to play it on the show.
Sure, that's exactly right. That's what you get. That's what you get, Dasein. Available on all the usual music platforms. Go download,
pay for
stream,
those Spotify
enjoy.
spins. And John, you wanted to say something about a movie you saw recently that you're not going to do a proper mini review, but you want to say.
Correct. Yes. So at the end of last episode, because I had fucking COVID and I was not testing positive yet, but my brain was fucked last week. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was buzzing my immune system.
Drink that sunshine.
The time I've caught it. So I had forgotten at the top of last episode that I did see a movie in the theaters last week. I talked about it in the what you've been watching at the end of the episode, but I'll just mention it again. It was the Sundance Audience Award winner, Best Dramatic Feature winner, TWINLESS. And it is I think it's written and directed by a guy named James Sweeney. God, I hope I'm right about that. I'm pretty sure that's his name. And it was worth seeing and definitely worth going to see in a movie theater, just because I don't think they release a lot of movies of that scope and size anymore. And my audience really enjoyed it. So you should definitely go check it out.
Last time you saw something in the theater and we're like, fuck these movie theaters. I wish I saw this at home. And it was good.
Yeah, good point. But I'm standing by it. I don't know. I still feel like, what did I say at the end of last week? I said that,
I don't remember.
What was refreshing about it? What was refreshing about it is that it does not have big A-list stars. There are some recognizable faces, but it's not like seeing Friendship. I think I said that, like where you're like, oh, there's fucking Paul Rudd. I'm not surprised this movie is in a movie theater. This one is
right. I remember the Paul Rudd movie you were talking about. Sorry,
sure.
We drank on the show. Great.
All right, I'm done. Go.
Easy breezy. All right. I want to do news because I kind of want to talk some Emmys. Just like 2 seconds on it, but like, let's do it, Dave. Let's fucking do it.
Okay. Talk. You want to do this first, or do you want to talk your news first?
I guess I'll just briefly say about the Emmys. I actually thought it was a really good show last night. I thought it was really fun to watch. Nate Bargatze hosted. I thought the gag of keeping everybody's thing under 45 seconds or they lose money, I thought was really good. I'm happy Seth Rogen won because he always gave really short speeches. And also just that the Bear needed a little shake up. They needed a little reflection after that, as far as the award seasons are, concerned. I still don't know how Hannah Einbinder is a supporting actress in the show, that she basically narrates. Like, I don't know how she's a supporting character in the show, but sure, should give her that Emmy. I really loved Adolescence. So even though like maybe I think the Penguin probably should have won Best Actor because his role was so much bigger than Stephen, losing his name.
Graham.
Doesn't matter. Awesome British guy. Stephen Graham. And Stephen Graham won for other awards and stuff like that, as far as it goes. But it was honestly a good show. I'm glad that the Pit won. Good results. Good turnout. I thought the Emmys went really well. So kudos to television, even though I think the ratings were down again. And I think a lot of people didn't even know they were happening last night because nobody pays attention to anything.
I liked the bit at the top. I thought it was a pretty good sketch.
Oh yeah, that SNL one that they do. I love
talking about the future of television.
The George Washington one's really good. I like it's like so we have these awards, the Emmys that we give to the shows that people like, and then they were like, oh, so they're the shows that are the most watched, and he's like, definitely not. Oh, definitely far from it. And I thought, I'm glad that they ribbed them a little bit, and it was on CBS, and they made that Caucasian broadcast system joke.
Yeah, that was good.
That's it.
Cool. Well,
all right, Dave.
All right, so
do you guys remember a couple of weeks ago we called out Matt and Mark Movie Show, and we got everyone to call their number and leave a message for raving about our show. One person called, and it did make the show. They went on about it for hours, and
God,
I think we got in their head because they gave us.
We're pathetic, not them.
Oh, okay.
We're pathetic.
Okay, for all of us.
Yeah, right. One person called. Anyway, thanks to that one person, who, yes, I do know who it was, but I'm not telling. They gave our number out at the end of the show and invited their callers, their listeners.
At the end of the show? For all the people that made it to the end of the show?
No, it was, nobody makes it to the end of the show. It was right at the
Do you think they listen back? Do you think they listen back and take 3 hours out of their day after recording to listen to it before they post it?
Remember we used to do that in person together? Yes. We used to sit around together and listen back to
we did that twice.
Yeah, the one time we did that.
And then COVID happened. 5 years before John got it. Okay.
So anyway, they gave out our number and they told people to call up and rip us. Now, they might have won this round because we got a few calls.
Sure,
I'm looking at about 11 calls here, 10 if you count the video that we got sent.
Double digits.
So yeah, they did well. They might have won this round. I'll give them that.
How popular is their show? I know I get ads.
Our fans are busy watching movies.
Yeah, right. And I just want to say, if you're listening to the podcast release of this show, we're editing this down for time. If you want to hear the full thing, go to YouTube because we're going to put the full thing on YouTube as a separate video that you can just watch and credit where it's due. So let's just fire off the first call and see how we go.
I don't like your podcast. I like that other podcast, the other one, one where they play the games. Not
this person's not even
podcast,
specific.
The other one.
And the TV's going in the background as well.
That guy should have. He doesn't even know what podcast he's listening to.
I mean, to be honest,
he hates what he likes.
Yeah, at first I couldn't figure out what podcast they meant, but then I found Bondage Gaze on Apple, and the mystery was solved. Man, it's the podcast where they play the games.
The Bondage Games.
Sure. There are fun games there.
I don't think Matt and Mark play games. Do they play games?
Banana.
Yeah, right.
For it.
All right.
Okay, so let's go on to the second one.
Oh, God.
Dave, John, Jeff, this is Patrick McGrath calling from Juneau, Alaska. I'm about to go on a whale watching excursion, but I figured the Love of Cinema podcast ought to hear about this. So follow Church of Film Movie on Instagram for other details and announcements.
Wait,
thank you, Dave.
He's pitching us?
Thank you,
Dave. Wait. The other guy just said...
The Matt and Mark movie show is pretty cool. Okay, I'll take a drink.
I was going to rip all of these.
He's taking a drink. He knows the game. Wait, they're pitching us. The first guy basically said, you suck, I hate you, I like that other one, I don't even know what I like, just fuck you. And then this guy's basically like, listen to our movie, it's really good, here's the story. And I'll listen, I'll watch this movie, let's go.
You've got to admire someone who gets a plug in during a roast. I mean, I thought he said Church of Filth, and I got a whole different movie, so the police have been called, but... Apart from that, nice work,
he took a drink.
Yeah, he took a drink.
Fuck you, can't wait to watch your movie. So happy for you, you dick. So happy for you. Can't wait to watch
fish around your neck and go play with the bears. Cool. All right, let's move on to caller number 3.
Buzz him. But, you get a buzz for that. Where's the fucking buzz on this new companion? Fuck you.
Number 3.
Hang on, I've got a drink in my hand. Number 3.
I want to do late night radio with you guys now.
I just wanted to say that you guys are like the second fucking best podcast I've ever heard.
Hey!
Of course, second to Matt and Mark Movie Show. They are the fucking best, superior alphas with bigger cocks and better film review skills, and they know cinema. You know bullshit.
Okay, now
I'll take second place with the second biggest cocks.
I'm going to say, no, the bigger cocks thing is true. We also saw Mark whip it out in the wheelchair section of Lincoln Center AMC during Moana. So,
Dave, we're clipping that and sending it to AMC.
Oh my God!
And we're moving on
to the pile.
Call number 4.
Wait,
I just wanted to leave a kind review for you guys. I think you're spot on most of your takes. You're wonderful. The only thing that I just kind of disagree with you guys on in general is how incredible the Matt and Mark show is. They are like thrice as good as any of y'all twats are.
Okay.
Wish you all the best.
Agreed to twats? Agreed.
This comes
you guys have to say
British.
your names.
Yeah.
You have to tell us who you are. So wait, this is great. So the other person said we're the second best, which is I'll take. And this one, he said he likes all of our takes, even though we're a third as good as the movie show.
Yeah.
No name.
Call number 5, and they often said, we don't play shit on our show. That's why I'm doing all of these.
Exit stage left. Exit stage right. There is no room for 2 podcasts. That Mark Movie Show superior. Eat a bag of dicks, fat fucks.
Well, that's definitely Mark.
Yeah,
this is Mark.
I mean, if anyone's wondering where, you can get a bag of dicks in New York, it's 48th and 6th. So,
sure. Yeah.
I've been at 48th and 6th a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I think Dave used to work near there. Keep going. Okay.
Hello.
On 6?
My name is David Lynch, and I'm just calling
this
in
is Matt.
because I am a lifelong lover.
It sounds more like
of
White Obama.
Cinema, as I'm sure many of your listeners may or may not know. And I have just come across a podcast, which is perhaps one of the greatest podcasts about movies that I have ever heard.
It sounds like Matt is doing it.
Matt and Mark Movie Show.
Yeah.
And I'm here with
sounds
Cale
like Matt-
McLaughlin, and he just wanted to tell you
Cale
that he also
McLaughlin?
loves the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
He's the leafy brother of Kyle.
It sounds
Well,
like
that's all the time I have for now. I hope you have a
sounds like-
fantastic day, and go watch
Okay,
True.
it sounds like Matt is doing an Obama impression, as John had said, and then EQ'd himself to be as nasal as possible.
I want to tell you, this one is one of my favorites.
I hope it is Jack.
This
Please
is
be
for the
Jack.
Matt and Mark Movie Show.
Oh, it's producer of the booth. Oh, what?
Still going.
Oh my God. Wait, don't you paint? Are you a painter? What is
Buddy,
that?
you're going to be just fine in prison. That sounded tight.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
All right, I'm moving
What kind of
straight
Australian-ass
straight
prison
on.
jokes do you make? Jesus Christ, Dave.
It's going to be very popular. All right. Next
Lucky
one.
number 11.
Hi, this is Daryl from Minneapolis, and I just wanted to call and say that I think the Matt and Mark Movie Show is a much better movie show than your movie show. Okay, bye. This is John at the Love of Cinema. Mark of the Matt and Mark Movie Podcast told me to do that, but I'm not going to do that. Long live Love of Cinema. Fuck you, Matt and Mark.
That was John. you traitorous motherfucker.
I was texted midweek to leave a voicemail.
Motherfucker. That was good. I was going to say that guy sounds like he touches children, but it's you, so.
That's exactly what I was going for. That's the core audience of the Mad Mark Movie Show.
Yeah, that touch children.
Man. The children, yeah, exactly. The people with white vans and balloons in the back.
Judging by this cross section, it's funny you should make that joke because number 10, we got in their heads so much they sent us a cameo video.
Oh, I hope it was expensive.
Oh God, I don't think it was.
Hi, John, Jeff, and Dave. It's me, Jagazes, the homosexual Christ. I'm here to lay down the law. To, biblically smack you
the homosexual Christ. So the church is like really cutting out the middleman now.
Down, if you will, to just slap some repentance on your ass. I hear that you have a podcast. You're the host of a podcast, The Lovers of Cinema. Ooh, original name. I love it.
Okay.
Why did you get into cinema?
Tough reach
Let's
for that
be
joke.
honest. It's because when you were 12, you saw a boob on screen, and you're like,
it was 6.
This is the best form of medium I've ever seen. And from there on, you started looking at sites like womenboobies.com and go.
First of all, I'm not surprised they couldn't get a website that referenced women's boobies. But I went to womensboobies.com.
Did they not know a single website?
Yeah, right?
They're free.
I went to womensboobies.com and it's not even real. I mean, all they had to do was get this bit right, was like access Matt's browser history.
You probably went on your VPN too.
This absolutely reminds me when you get a priest who's never met your mother to deliver her eulogy and they don't do the homework. Because like that's for real. It's like
they rehash this.
It's one step away from getting the fucking name wrong.
Oh, he was 10.
Call us the lover of cinema. It's like, yeah, okay.
I'm way more interested in the notes that they sent him.
Yeah, you have to send notes for these things.
I want to see that.
They said
absolutely want to see it.
Nothing. He literally said, "Cast me in a movie," and he's mentioned dicks and tits. Like, come on, dude. Okay.
Did they search for Find Some Bitch Who Waffles On as much as the Matt and Mark movie show for this? Because I did not know Cameo had a bargain basement section.
Matt and Mark, we love you.
Oh, that was fun. You've done well, guys. Yep.
Dave, have fun tomorrow editing that down.
I also have everyone's phone number, so I bet they can't wait to see what I've subscribed them to.
That's so funny. We should put some ad signs outside. Like, anyway.
They have fun, don't they?
They have fun.
They have fun.
And I'm sure they were waiting to hear whether we actually played this or not.
Well, we usually when we record on Monday. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Matt and Mark. These people who either listen to our podcast and like us, or these people have never heard of our podcast, or maybe yours, they called. So you did it. You did it. Usually on Mondays when we record on Mondays, which may be a thing before we talk about the box office. The box office was up, but it's all Demon Slayer. It's all of it. They were $70 million.
Wow.
It was the highest grossing anime movie of all time by double. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, anything you want to say about that, or do you want to move into 1997?
No, let's cook.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So we've been in 1997 before. I really hope, Dave, you know what? Don't let John answer. Dave, you have to, I'm going to buzz you so many times. What was the highest, if you don't get this right, what was the highest grossing movie of 1997? You're going to say some shitty thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Titanic.
What was it? Okay, good. I'm so buzzing both of you. Look, you both. That's right. Titanic, according to its initial release, made $1.8 billion.
I was going to say The Fifth Element.
This is according to according to Box Office Mojo. It says $1.8 billion, but it's of course made well over $2 billion. So I don't know what Box Office I don't know what's up their ass. Number 2, according to Box Office Mojo, at the worldwide box office, Bean.
Aha. Oh yeah,
which is hilarious because I saw that in theaters and my parents did not like it as much as me, but I was a kid.
I mean, he was
Bean
a British megastar, which means he was an Australian megastar, which means he got fucking shown everywhere except America.
Well, their domestic share was only 18%. So
wow.
They made 82% of their money outside of America. So yeah, it goes to figure. Coming in $1 million, not even $600,000 behind Bean in third place is our summer blockbuster champion of 1997, Men in Black. Men in Black came in
that was a good
third.
Movie.
That's $251 million and $250 million back to back. And then Batman and Robin. This is the first Batman movie in this series that wasn't number one. Certainly not number one in the summer series. So when we did our summer face-off, we did a lot of Batman movies because they kept winning the summer. But Batman and Robin, I'm so sorry to say, did not win the summer box office or the regular box office this year. $238 million, fourth place for Batman and Robin. I hope their McDonald's co-pro helped make their money back because their box office receipts didn't. Although, hey, VHS sales used to make a lot of money back then. The Lost World Jurassic Park comes in at number 5 at 229. Similar, where it's the second movie after a huge...
Weren't we a DVD by 1997?
Yeah, but I mean, kind of. I feel like I didn't get a DVD player in 1997. I feel like I got one in 1999. I feel like Matrix was the first DVD that I got.
Okay.
Liar Liar comes in at number 6. Jim Carrey, $181 million. I was just talking about Jim Carrey, the student. Him, like Steve Martin, got too famous to be stand-up comedians anymore. Never really did stand-up after that. But Liar Liar, $181 million, which is still a lot in 1997. I feel like 10 years later, that number is double. You know what I mean? Like 1997, that's a lot. Air Force One comes in here at number 7. I saw that in theaters, and I asked my parents over and over again what was happening, and they got really mad at me. $172 million. Speed 2 Cruise Control comes in at number 8, and so many people were very happy about that. Number 9.
Yeah, Speed 2 got that high? Fuck
yeah. Number 9. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope Special Edition, the re-release, where they re-released all 3 movies after the announcement that they were finally going to have them come in 99, 2002, 2005. They said, let's do the re-releases now since we're going to have all of this press about Star Wars. So they re-released them, and this is where they added some CGI to certain scenes, including like in the old movies where there was just blank windows. They just added some buildings in for some stuff. So they finally filled those in. That was number 9. And number 10 is As Good as It Gets. Jack. But I'll throw in, because we had kind of a category fraud in there. My Good Will Hunting comes in at number 11, believe it or not, $138 million. That is pretty damn good. A couple other movies that made money. Tomorrow Never Dies, the Bond movie, wasn't even in the top 10. That's pretty crazy. My Best Friend's Wedding was higher than that. The Full Monty movie's up there. Face Off, come on, Nicolas Cage, and John Travolta, get in there. Con Air, another Nick Cage movie. Okay, the alcohol's starting to hit me right now. Time it. 30 minutes. 30 minutes is when it starts.
What happens if I do that?
George. It goes quicker. George of the Jungle. Come on, Tim Allen. That's in there. And then Scream 2, Con Air, Contact, Hercules, Flubber.
George of the Jungle.
Tim Allen?
George. Oh, sorry. With Brendan Fraser, and who the fuck else was it? Who was it?
You were thinking of Jungle to Jungle with Tim Allen, right?
First of all, is Jungle to Jungle where the kid eats cat food? Yeah. And then they give each other pots and pans as gifts to show that they love each other.
Oh God, that was they sold and made that movie, and people saw it.
Hey,
that was real.
I didn't.
Brendan Fraser has an Oscar. Okay, cool. DreamWorks released its first 3 films: The Peacemaker, Amistad. John, you love Amistad. You love the score. Let's go. And then Mouse Hunt with Nathan Lane. Let's go. Sony beat Disney as the highest-grossing distributor after 3 years of Disney on a tear with the Renaissance of Disney.
And Sony blew it.
The Fifth Element Dave became the top-grossing French film of all time until The Intouchables passed it in 2011. I said the Waiting for Guffman thing. You got to listen to our old episode if you want this Waiting for Guffman stat. Titanic won 11 Oscars, tying Ben-Hur and Return of the King, and it had 14 nominations, tying All About Eve and La La Land. So Titanic is still up there in all the rankings. In the acting Oscars, Helen Hunt and Jack Nicholson would both win for As Good as It Gets in the leading category. Robin Williams won his Oscar, and other people in his category were not happy about it, including Burt Reynolds, who really thought he would win for Boogie Nights. And Tom Wilkinson for The Full Monty, and Anthony Hopkins for Amistad were all nominated. Pretty damn good category, I would say. And then Kim Basinger gets her revenge after being written out of Batman Returns. She won for LA Confidential this year.
That's a good movie.
Ben Matt won Best Screenplay. James Horner won for scoring Titanic, etc. A lot of good comedies this year. I love Money Talks, Good Burger, The Pest, and Vegas Vacation, as well as Beverly Hills Ninja. But are there any other movies? Oh, and Booty Call, Private Parts. I mean, there's just so many good, funny, ridiculous movies that I feel like the VHS culture was so good that all of these movies, they're like 8 heads in a duffel bag. Yeah, if it doesn't make money, we'll sell some tapes. Romeo and Michelle, Out to Sea, Air Bud. Fucking, you kidding me? Come on. The Brandy Cinderella. This all came out this year. Starship Troopers, Mr. Magoo.
Starship Troopers
action.
is a fucking classic.
Exactly. Are there other movies that you want to mention?
Spice World.
Yeah.
I saw that movie so many times.
I saw it at my grandma's house the first time.
I love it. This is one of those standout, amazing years where one Hollywood studio hears that another studio is making a movie about something, and they're like, quick, we got to get one. This was the year of volcanoes. I think that's Volcano and Dante's Peak.
So where do you come down, Volcano or Dante's Peak?
You know what? They deserve a rewatch. But I think when I was younger, I enjoyed the drama of Dante's Peak more, and I laughed more at Volcano. I had more fun watching.
Wait, which one was Rock, Paper, Scissors, Shoot? What is that? Lava. Nothing beats lava. My dad does.
That's Volcano. That's Volcano.
Is that Volcano?
Yeah. Dante's Peak is the one that it turned me right off at the beginning because that chick gets wasted by the rock through the roof and she's laying there like having a fucking seizure. And I was like, that's a little too close to fucking home. I don't like that. I like a little less.
Speak opens with the couple swimming naked in the.
Yeah, they get cooked, and then the female with the woman with him, gets clocked by a fucking piece of rock through the roof and dies. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening at the start of this movie?
That's what she gets, John.
Jesus.
She deserved it. I don't know what to tell you.
Kevin Kline, In and Out. Great movie. Nobody has seen that movie. That's a fun movie.
I've seen that.
I definitely want to call out The Sweet Hereafter. There's a very beautiful, important Canadian film by Aton McGoyan. You should all watch it. Sarah Polley is super young in it. I think it might be her first like big feature film. It's not a big
future Oscar
film,
winner. Yeah.
Oh my God. It is so good. Everybody should watch that movie. The Ice Storm. Ang Lee's The Ice Storm. Holy shit, that movie is good. Nobody has seen that movie. I don't know why it did not do well, but God, it's good.
Correct.
Vegas Vacation. Jeff, I know you like those. Fools Rush In. R.I.P.
Yeah. Matthew Perry.
Yeah. Sure. I think didn't Clint Eastwood make Absolute Power too? He wasn't just in it. I like that movie. That movie's much edgier than I think people give it credit for.
One of our franchises, Austin Powers, Man of Mystery.
I was gonna get down there, but
sorry,
yeah,
man.
Come on.
Sorry.
Maybe my most watched movie of all time because I literally watched it every single night that year that it came out. Every night that summer, every single night, I pressed play on that movie. I watched it every single night. God, I was obsessed with it.
Yeah, it was written in a week.
All right.
So yeah,
Brad Pitt
I think my favorite performance from 1997. My favorite performance of all of 1997 is John Leguizamo in Spawn.
Oh, sure.
I think he fucking takes the cake.
I saw Spawn in theaters. I didn't know what was going on, but I saw it. I was very young.
Sure. All right.
I'm going to keep it snappy because, again, we've already done the year in review. Just a couple fun things. DVD players, digital cameras, and flavored vodka appeared on the marketplace for the first time. There you go, Dave. DVD players first appeared in 1997. So there you go. Clinton sworn in for second term. Steve Jobs returned to Apple. A couple domain names were registered here. Google.com was registered as a domain name in 1997. WebMD went online in 1997. And on April 15th, AOL launched a Japanese version of its internet online services, which made it very international. Dolly the Sheep.
JOL.
Dave, I know. Dolly the Sheep was technically born in 1996, but they announced her as having successfully survived in 1997. So that's when the news hit. Yada, 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 yada. I don't know if I can get it. Oh,
you can now see Dolly the Sheep in Alien Earth.
No, I'm not.
If anyone's seen it, they know what I'm talking about.
I'm behind. Lipitor started reducing cholesterol for all of our listeners who drink too much.
Did it,
in
though?
1997. Lipitor, yeah. Yada, yada, yada. Scotland voted to create its own parliament after 290 years of union with England. I don't think that union was consensual, but
right. Yeah.
Hong Kong returned to Chinese rule,
like
UK rule.
Gay Jesus came to visit them or something.
And then, of course, Princess Di passed away in this year. So, and Mike Tyson bit off Evander Holyfield's ear there. That's pretty fun. Yep. Tiger Woods was the youngest Masters winner, and Versace was murdered. Okay, a couple fun things.
Ruined
Here
the vegetarian streak.
1997 most popular TV shows. Number 5, Touched by an Angel on CBS. Number 4, Friends on NBC. 3, Veronica's Closet on NBC. Number 2, ER on NBC. And number 1, Seinfeld on NBC.
Veronica's Closet being Friends?
Yes. This is still pretty early in Friends. This is like season 3, whereas in Seinfeld, this is actually the beginning of their final season. 97 and 98 was the beginning of Seinfeld's final season. But that's the top 4 were NBC shows. R.I.P. NBC. No, I'm kidding. They're still around.
Wow.
Number 1 songs include Toni Braxton's Unbreak My Heart, which technically came out in 1996, but was the number 1 hit every week through February 21st.
Solid.
Can I share a funny anecdote?
Yeah.
First CD I ever bought was Toni Braxton's single for Unbreak My Heart.
Wait, this is the first one you ever bought?
When they were
like your tooth fairy money? What the fuck?
Yeah, like little allowance money. I bought that and a Drew Hill album. There you go.
Drew Hill, check it out. My first was Offspring's Bash, but number 2, TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool. That's my second album I ever got.
Good one.
For February 22nd through May 21st, Wannabe by the Spice Girls was the #1 selling single for 3 full months. I'll Be Missing You, June 14th to August 30th, Puff Daddy, Faith Evans, and 112, I'll Be Missing You, #1 hit. Mo Money, Mo Problems would replace it. So they went from being really sad to having a great fucking time right after that, but also that, yeah, anyway. 4 Seasons of Loneliness and The Candle with the Wind, 1997 by Elton John. All of October, November, and December, it was the #1 selling single, the #1 selling single of all time, selling 33 million singles. No, it's not any of the Thriller songs. It is, or even probably White Christmas is the highest selling song. We didn't really keep track very well in 1943 or whenever that was. Candle in the Wind, 1997, for your trivia lovers, Elton John. The top baby names, for some reason, they only gave me 8. Michael, Matthew, Christopher, and Joshua, and then Emily, Jessica, Ashley, and Samantha. This is the first time neither of your names were on this list in a very long time.
Yep. 9 and 10, baby.
Probably just 9 or 10. I think it's 5 guys, 5 girls. But anyway, life expectancy, 76 years. According to the USDA, 10% of a family's income went to food. The average cost of a Super Bowl ad for 30 seconds was $1.2 million. The top Halloween costumes were Batman and Robin, Tiger Woods.
Nobody.
I'm sure there's nothing racially awkward about that. In 1997, going as Tiger Woods for Halloween.
You're not gonna get candy. You're gonna get fucking shot.
Somehow Garth Brooks was a popular Halloween costume. And then the Spice Girls, of course, as a group, that was a popular Halloween costume. And then Beanie Babies became the latest must-have toys for adults and kids.
Oh, no.
Favorite Christmas gifts include Nintendo 64, Tamagotchis. I had a Tamagotchi for about a week, and then I was like, what am I doing? This is so dumb. And then Spider-Man web blasters.
Impressed it last a week.
Really gross. And then the ride-on Batmobile. You were so cool if you had like a Batmobile that actually like drove. And I skipped the prices because I was looking at the prices. I was looking at the prices and it's not going to do it. But I do have 10 cool food and beverage trends for the year. Are you guys ready for your food and beverage trends of the year?
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Is Surge on the list?
Number 10, toaster strudel.
Oh yeah.
What? Yeah. Oh yeah. They're like little like hot pockety kind of things. Toaster strudel. Red Bull energy drink, number 9. I didn't realize it was around that long.
Oh, that shit's not good for you.
Ouch. Gum, number 8. Number 7, Oreo O's. That's right. Why have cookies at night when you can also have them for breakfast in milk?
Yeah.
That's right. Lunchables. I definitely had Lunchables for lunch a lot, and I did not get any nutrition. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Number 5.
Look at the size of him. He's tiny.
They're like, there's some meat in there. Yeah, fuck it, go ahead. Like, no vegetables, no fruit. Just give me some processed cheese and some weird crackers and some meat that looks like it came from, I don't know, a wall. Anyway, Linden's Cookies, number 5. Elio's Pizza, number 4. Dunkaroos. I fucked up some Dunkaroos in my day. Number 3.
Dude, fucking
Dippin' Dots. Again, I didn't realize they were around, but I guess if you went to Six Flags, Dippin' Dots.
Where do you get those other than theme parks?
I hunt those motherfuckers down.
Yeah, and AMC's. AMC sells Dippin' Dots for sure. I've gotten Dippin' Dots at AMC. And number 1, food and beverage trend of the year, 1997, according to this website, the Cosmopolitan drink, which is a cocktail that combines vodka, triple sec, cranberry, and lime juice. Sarah Jessica Parker in Sex and the City made it popular. And you know what? They're right. Because I remember when people were like, I'm drinking Cosmos. I was like, what are you talking about? Cosmos? Cosmopolitan? I was like, the magazine? They're like, no, the drink.
This is when we should have released our podcast. 97.
Sure.
You're right.
I'm sorry, our podcast.
Friends. There you go. Guess what?
Guess what, guys? Weeks ago.
Nice.
What?
Guess what? We did all of 1997 in 10 minutes. I think that is a record.
It's a record.
We cooked through that. I know Dave's happy. I'm happy.
You're
John,
going to be parched after all that talking. Here you go.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready to talk about the game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So as we get into the game, let's give everybody some context.
Wait, before we do this, we should hit those buttons we introduced last week.
Ah, shit. I was going to do that at the top of the show.
We forgot to do it.
It's a new gimmick.
I got to find where I put it.
This fucking Matt and Mark shit. Okay. So we're going to say right now exactly how we felt about it. There are 5 options. Dave, can you remind the listeners what the 5 options are?
The 5 options are Gold Star, It Was Great, It Was Okay, Not For Me, and Fucking Tragic.
Okay. So we're going to do this right now. All right. We got to put like a drum roll. We got to get some new sound effects. Okay. Here we go. So,
da,
Shut the fuck up, Jeff.
John already voted. Dave, are you ready?
I've already voted too.
All right.
Oh, okay. So since this is an audio podcast, John was very quick to give it a great, which is a 4 out of 5. I also gave it a great 4 out of 5, and Dave gave it it was okay. So Dave is lower on the totem pole in his rankings, but all of us were positive, but giving it generally favorable and not exceedingly favorable reviews. Memento, we had great, excellent, or whatever the fuck, gold star.
Yeah.
I was the gold star. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read the
shut off
IMDb
early.
description, and you know what? We can decide at the end of the movie if our thoughts were changed by our conversation. Dave, we're coming at you. Don't you try to bring us down.
You're not going to give me the gold
cinema.
star, that's for sure.
I saw James Rayborn in a play once, and I enjoyed it. Fuck you guys. I'm telling you right. So, have you seen the movie before?
This was my second watch only.
Me too, and I probably saw it when it came out. So I was a kid.
Dude,
Okay,
I was
me too.
way
Me too.
too young to understand this in 97, like I was 25.
Exactly. I didn't understand it, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. John mentioned the Mary Boyer snapshots last week, where like these like images come in your head, like snap, snap, snap. There were things like, was it Anson? Not Anson Mount. That's an actor. What's that guy's name in the movie? The guy with the
Michael
bookstore.
Douglas, his name?
No, Anson Bear. I remember as soon as he said, "Was Anson Bear the game?" And I remember it so vividly because as a kid I was like, is it? Please be it, because I don't know what the fucking game is. I had no idea what's going on because I was like 10. I was like, what is the fucking game? What is happening right now? I thought the people just seem like they're trying to murder somebody. Anyway, I didn't know the father metaphor symbolism. I was too young for that kind of shit. So this is my second proper time, but I definitely, again, I saw that last sequence going through the glass. I've seen that like 5 times in my life for sure. So I definitely put it on, and it's insatiable when you're just flipping through and Michael Douglas is just like on the run and freaking out. I couldn't stop watching it, but this is my second time watching it all the way through. First time since the 90s. Dave, when do you think the first time you watched it was?
97.
Okay, so yeah, we haven't seen it.
Possibly 98, because I think I saw it on
20
DVD.
Years, 30 years. 30 years. Okay. I'm going to read the IMDb description. This was a renter for all of us as of now, but maybe by the time you hear this podcast, friends, it'll change. But we rented it. I paid $0 because I did some deliveries and on Whole Foods or on Amazon, and I stocked up my.
Are you the fucker who rang my doorbell at 3 a.m. the other day?
No, I'm the guy ordering shit from that delivery guy that's in a rush.
Gotta save for that Murphy bed.
Yeah, you're right. I know. I thought it was coming in October, but it's on back order. Okay. The Game. David Fincher, his third proper feature film, if you count Alien Cubed as his first film, and then 7 as his second. Now, of course, he did other films and a lot of music videos, but let's say this is his third proper film. David Fincher.
I saw this was supposed
Michael
to be
Douglas.
second.
You don't count Alien 3?
No, it was supposed to be second. He postponed it when he got Brad Pitt for 7.
That's right. That is the number one IMDb trivia ad. So if you go on IMDb trivia, it's the top one.
I'm number 1.
We do very diligent research here on the show. No stuffy criticism. What do you think? What do you feel? I'm going to read the IMDb description. A mysterious game invades a man's ordered existence. Fucking thank you, IMDb.
Yes.
What'd you think? What'd you feel? Dave is lower in the totem pole. We do start with you a lot. Should we do a compliment sandwich and go John, Dave, me?
Okay.
How should we approach this?
Let's do it.
John, why did you like this? And remember, Dave usually answers with like 15 seconds when he goes first. Or we're going to take money away from the Boys and Girls Club of America if you...
Sure.
I'll
start by saying I voted great, but it is on the lower end of great for me. This is not an okay film for me. It's better than that. But, calling it great, it didn't move me beyond the thrilling aspects of it. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit deeper, the ending specifically. But what it does do is pure 90s. Here's a star, here's a face you recognize, and we're going to put them under duress. We're going to put them into this situation. Yeah. I know it's right there in the title, but the ways they do it, what my favorite thing about this rewatch was that I remember the thing that I'm going to talk about later that maybe frustrated me a little bit was not what I remembered being frustrated for by a younger person. As a younger person, I don't think I had enough of an emotional life and awareness to grasp why the ending wasn't as cathartic as I wanted it to be. When I was younger, I remember thinking it's just a movie where you see play out this game. And I think in the first sequence, when the game starts and he's with her, I did have that feeling again. And I was like, oh no, it's what I remembered it was. And then it got better. Like then the game starts to create more paranoia around him because he starts doubting whether or not he's in it. And it's not just fun. And the way they use action and gunfire, it starts to feel like maybe what you thought was the game was actually something much more dangerous. And then not everybody will make it out alive of this. It's not just something rich people do for fun to get a thrill. It can actually be life or death. And they did get me thinking that. So I had much more fun as it went on. And it got to a place when he wakes up in Mexico where you're just like, what the fuck is happening? And that I really liked that place. And of course, it's incredibly well made. You're in very good hands the entire time. The filmmaking is A+.
Dave?
Yeah, I must admit I did take a lot more from it this time, and I have an interesting question later, which I want to ask you guys when the game started, because I think it started way earlier than we think it did, having watched it this time.
Oh yeah, sure. Wait. I have one last thing to say. Did you guys know the Succession ripped off the game?
Wait, I said that. I literally no. I have the Succession and then Severance ripped off their score. But yes, I did say like I Succession and Severance, I could not get them out of my head while I was watching the movie.
The intro shit is like Succession just ripped it.
With the
and
piano,
shout out to Howard Shore with an amazing, weird, haunting, simple, minimal exposed.
Yeah, it was basically like hip hop on piano for white people. Yeah, that's
hip hop on piano.
But also the Severance score, it sounds like the Severance. Yeah, the Severance score sounds like the score. I really was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like
they really took it. Yeah.
Dave?
All right, Dave.
Oh yeah. I must admit, I gave this it was okay mainly because of the ending. Like for me, they don't stick the landing in this film, but the beginning is brilliant. Like they cover a father-son relationship in 40 seconds without saying a word.
What if he didn't stick the landing? Would that have been a dark end to this game?
Really?
So many ways. It's hard not to watch.
And that's the problem I have with it.
I love James Rayborn too. I love that ending where he's like, I'm glad that you jumped because otherwise I'd have to throw you. And I was like, can you imagine him being the actor and he throws him and then he misses the glass and he just fucking murders this guy? Like,
oh my God. Dave.
Sorry. Anyway, Dave.
Yeah, no, that I agree. But I love the performances in this. Sean Penn is a different role than you're used to, and I found that kind of refreshing because he got real serious. Small role, but also fun. Like he wasn't. In the 80s, he like super. It got dramatic, but it wasn't super dramatic. I actually, to be honest, I think this is the level of prank we need to play on Matt and Mark.
Yeah, but I'm not splitting the bill with them. They got to take the bill. That bill is expensive. I like, you know what's funny? I feel like, okay, we'll move to me. I did really, it's like, I feel like it's a compulsion to watch. Like, it's like once I'm watching it, it's like, it's hard to look away, but I don't necessarily know if I'm enjoying watching it, which maybe is the point. I wonder if the metaphor would be helpful. Like, I would say, does he hate investment bankers? Like, is he basically, you could easily pull away with that, or is that just like an additive? Not that it matters, of course. Or how much of it is the father-son, like Succession is John? Because John, at least with Succession, you know damn well how, like, we know with Michael Douglas, he doesn't want to turn into his father, but I lose the metaphor. And so, like, you're right. It's like, you mentioned the fun part. It's like, obviously he's not having fun, which is good. But, you know, sometimes with filmmaking, you can film people who are tearing themselves, they're going horribly awry. Seven, he did Seven, right? And that there is no fun that any of the characters are having.
Oh no!
But also, but watching it, it's not that I'm not having.
Except
I'm kind of having fun watching it. Again, it's fucked up, but it's like I'm like really enjoying watching it. Whereas this movie, it's hard to enjoy watching it in the same kind of way. So I wonder where those missing pieces are. But I have to admit, it was really hard to look away. I was watching it a couple times. Like, I'm okay if I never watch this again because I feel like I don't love the feeling I have while watching it. But I mean, kudos to David Fincher for pulling me in. I just wish it gave me more to draw on and more to think about. The ending is good. I like the ending. I don't find he knows that people are going to ask questions. Like, he could have actually died. That car was actually underwater. Like, he could have actually been trapped under it. Like, did he have a contingency plan? You could literally twist yourself into a fucking pretzel about that. He's in elevator shafts. He's jumping into dumpsters. Like, there's a million ways he could have just fucking died.
Yes.
And I don't know what kind of game that is. And yeah, you could twist yourselves into pretzels, but it's, and is he really going to thank everybody at the end of that night? Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, but at the same time, like, he knew what he wanted. I just don't know. I remember this with Nope. I remember thinking, I know he did exactly what he wanted to do. I just wish I cared about it more at the end of that movie. And that's kind of where I am now. That's it.
Yeah. See, this reminded me of the short story by Stephen King, Quitters Inc., until we got to the reveal at the end. Because in Quitters Inc., he goes and signs up to quit smoking. And they're like, you understand we're going to be watching you 24/7. And if you smoke, these bad things will happen to you. And it's a whole series of bad things happen to him because he sneaks cigarettes.
Bastard.
Yeah. So this reminded me of that a little bit.
Yeah.
So where do you guys want to head? You guys want to talk about how Michael Douglas is only 48 because he survived the 80s and looked like he had a good time? And he's like, I'm 48. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Is he really only 48? That is a 48 for somebody who enjoyed the 80s. That's for goddamn sure. Also, never serve me a hamburger on a platter. If you give me a fucking burger on a platter, especially on my birthday, I'm going to be like, I feel like a fucking loser. Get this out of here.
I think that looked good.
Or do you want to talk about how investment bankers should all jump off the roof? What do you guys think? Where should we head next?
I mean, I think we need to tackle the thing that is, you're saying, I think what I'm saying, and I think I can pinpoint it to why I felt that way. You wish you cared more. Where's the there? You're dealing with issues that are very heavy. There might be some commentary on classism.
Yeah, they're mean to waiters. That's fucking
issues.
classist.
Oh yeah,
they're
dude.
so mean to those waiters.
Sure.
That would guarantee no second date if you did that on a date at any point, behaving like that.
Sometimes genres can be amazing sleight of hand for you to deal with heavier issues. When they're done best, I think they are often doing that. They're used as these wonderful ways and vehicles for you to explore something deeply in the human experience while putting it in the framework of a genre. This is absolutely a on the page and on the screen thriller. It tells you what it is.
Oh yeah.
Right? It tells you very quickly what it is. Not only is it in the fucking title, but he's going to go there and sign up for this thing. And his brother says to his face, like, I came back from fucking Ibiza because I think you need this. So you're in one of these situations where the film is telling you there will be a payoff. Like, it's telling you that the entire time. You're watching a game and there must be something that he's going to get out of it. Otherwise, it's just a game. That's not the point. That's not the reason they promise you this big thing.
Well, there's that twist that makes you doubt as well. Like, was it a game or was it a scam?
Sure.
Yeah.
But if you're going with it's not that, then there's an argument that would have been a more interesting film if it had been something that is not what you think it was, but they stayed on course. It is what you think it was. Then I kept waiting for where's the zigzag. If they tried to tell me we're going to go over here, but then no, it actually isn't that. We're going to bring you back here. Then how do we go beyond what that final statement is? He chooses to kill himself. That's the giant emotional journey that he goes on. It's the 48th birthday for listeners who don't give a shit. It's the 48th birthday. It's the same birthday that his father is the same age his father was when his father killed himself. He saw his father jump and kill himself from their giant mansion. And for it to build to that place, I had that good moment. Elizabeth even said when he was on the roof after he shoots Sean Penn, that scene's played very well.
Yeah, it's done well.
She's like, it's a birthday and it's very thrilling and you're on your edge of your seat. You're thinking, I think it's a game again. I think he's about to kill somebody for real. Sean Penn walks out, he shoots him, and he's standing there and he's on the ground and he looks to the edge and Elizabeth was like, oh my God. And like, you feel it, what he's about to do. So what was specifically underwhelming to me is that when he lands on this giant balloon thing, safely, and the come down is happening, the whole game, everybody's on radios. We got him. He fell through. He's safe. He's safe. The eagle is landed. All that bullshit is happening, which is very movie, very Hollywood. And then he crawls off of that fucking thing And after the journey he just went through, nothing else happens. That bothered me.
You're right. I didn't love the ending.
It wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't a 30-story. It wasn't a 30-story drop into a fucking airbag. That's not going to stop you. You're going to be strawberry jam.
I thought he would. Well, no, no. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying emotionally, I thought that they were going to be like, here we are with the champagne, everything's fine, and I thought he was going to split in half, and that they were going to realize something. We went too far, or you can't come back from where he went. And it was a very Hollywood, nope, that's exactly how it's supposed to go. He starts laughing.
And he goes on a date, you know what I mean?
And then he goes on a fucking date with her. And then they don't know how to end it, so they just cut the black.
There is another ending. Where he just
there was.
walks out and skips the cab ride and just walks off.
He probably should have done that.
That would be even better for me. Like I would be okay with him kind of faking it in front of everybody, and then him having an existential moment of dread, because we don't get to see the existential moment of dread on the roof. He decides as soon as he sees his brother, he basically drops the gun, walks over there, and jumps. We don't see this moment where he chooses, I don't care anymore. I don't care about my relationship to life. And this is this thing that's bringing me closer to the thing that I've been so scared of my whole life, the death of my father, and I don't want to be him. And they didn't seem to deal with that at all afterwards. Yeah. And that really let me down, because I think I was ready for them to do that. And I was ready when I was watching, and I was saying that thing that I thought I was disappointed with, it had already surpassed that. So I was like, oh man, this is doing it. I was ready for them to surpass this as well. And I was going to be like, oh my God, this is a great movie.
They pulled off the action. They pulled off the arc of the game, you know, and they pulled off, like the ride, you know, that climactic moment. They pulled it off. But from the viewer's perspective, you don't always have to think about that. I feel like it's hard to imagine watching this movie and leaving with that. Again, what was the point? You know, like not that I need to be able to answer that in one clear, succinct statement. You know, if we could answer what Hamlet is about in one sentence, then there's no reason to do it a million times over the past 400 years. But I can't imagine anybody leaving the theater being like, oh, yes, I get it. Or this is the point or whatever. Like even movies that are confusing, like some movies that we've seen recently on the show and talked about, like Memento, like at least we like leave it and we're just like, we have this something where there's a feeling that we can't shake. With this movie, it's like, fucking now that was exhausting. That was tiring or whatever. It's like, I don't have a thing that I'm grappling with.
Yeah.
Grappling with.
It's because of that ending though. Don't you agree? Like,
the ending could, well, I mean, clearly they could have wrapped it up
earlier.
They've even said even before, they almost didn't make the film because they couldn't stick Act 3.
Do you think maybe because he was going to make the second, and it's like that would have been 95, obvious action movie, and then he got Brad Pitt, and he said like with Brad Pitt, who was, you know, like peak Brad Pitt in 1995 with Morgan Freeman, that was going to happen. It almost seems like they made the 95 movie in 97, and I almost wonder if like another pass, like something just to like infuse it now that they had a little more money and a little bit more time.
He's actually said he constantly wishes he hadn't made this movie because he hadn't sorted out the end of it when they got to it.
Because 7 is better than it should have been. But 7 is better than it should have been. Yeah. This is not as good as it should have been, even though it's fucking great. Like, again, like they pulled off the way he jumps off the building looks amazing. And even the little things where she was like, no, like, where's that gun? It's in your house. No, they went through your house. Well, they must have missed it. They don't miss anything. You know that.
Guys,
like,
tell
even
me
that kind of stuff was good. But
I'm going to armchair rewrite the ending. But tell me this would not have been better. He falls. They film it in a way.
He shatters glass from 40 stories and somehow no scrapes or anything. Yeah.
It was
not ambiguous of whether or not.
They say that.
He falls into the thing.
Right.
Silence. He comes to. He wakes up, he looks around, and everybody's there, but they're just looking at him.
That's a Kubrick ending, John. You wish this was Stanley Kubrick is what you wish this was.
No, but hold on.
This is, we'll meet again anytime.
And then he starts,
that's what you want.
He's not sure if he's dead or not. He's looking around and it's fucking absurd. And then they finally start, bit by bit, everybody starts clapping for him.
The clapping,
and
that would have been cool.
Breaks. The fact is that there's no emotional fucking breaking point.
And they even say, there's somebody at the end who says, I still don't know what this is about, but it was great. Like, it's like, no, I wish they all knew why this was important. I wish it was basically an intervention. I wish this was an intervention. Yeah. That's what I wish it was.
I mean, technically it kind of was.
If it was, it kind of was, but they didn't all know what the intervention was. Can you imagine going to someone's intervention and being like, why are we here? I think he's okay. Like, I just, you know.
I kind of feel like this, you know when you're playing a video game and it just has too many side quests? I feel like this could have been shorter.
I guess so, but it did seem like it was all streamlined. It did seem like action A
I
went
know,
to B,
everything was great, but I just felt like it went on for so long.
I almost feel, Dave, I know what you're saying. I almost...
I'm peeing, but I'm going to be quick, and I can't wait to keep listening to my AirPods.
When I was watching this, part of me started thinking, is this David Fincher's, like, fuck you to the Hollywood thriller genre?
I wish I got more of that. I mean, I wish he just fucking went further with it if that's what it was.
Yeah, like it almost felt like it was commenting in a little satirical on where's the there in this genre.
And how they were all selling out to investment bankers, just like streaming now. Oh, what?
Sure. I mean, I don't know.
Circle over Jeff's house.
It left me wanting something, and I just feel like that is incredibly ironic for an audience member who our protagonist that we are supposed to be invested in and experiencing this immersive experience with is doesn't know it at the beginning, but ultimately they are looking for something to shake them up and to change their life and to feel like they have had an emotional breakthrough. Those two guys in the lounge who we know are actors at the end who say, he's like, what's it like? He's like, I'll tell you, John, chapter, blah, 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 book, book, blah, blah. And it's the Bible verse, I once was lost, but now I can see.
Yep.
That's a tall fucking order, right? You're telling me by the end of this, I'm going to hopefully feel something of what that character feels. And I just didn't feel as much of it as I wanted to. I felt like they were telling me, wouldn't that be intense? As opposed to making me feel his emotional intensity when he's at the end of that. So I don't know.
I did like the flashback film stock change.
That's what we're saying is Succession, dude. That is all the intro to Succession.
Okay, I don't know. I've never seen Succession, so
just watch the intro at some point. It is literally that shit.
Shit, Jesus.
Like the opening shot of Succession is that man with his arm around his child in that exact fucking tableau.
Jeez.
It's unbelievable how shamelessly they ripped it off. And it might even be the same fucking house that they shot it in. By the way, I think that's the Greystone Mansion.
Yeah, with that creepy piano music like Severance ripped off. I mean, it's like exactly the same.
It's kind of crazy.
I feel like John's talking his way down to an okay. So Dave, I think you're winning this fight so far. And
No.
Were you mad? Were you mad? Speaking of that at the ending, were you mad that they played the Jefferson Airplane song at the end? They played White Rabbit. And I was like, this isn't even about hallucinating and stuff. Like, I feel like they didn't even bend reality. They didn't go with the reality bend, which is what that song's about. The song is about you can trick your mind. Yes, his eyes are awake, but like, I don't know. I feel like
I think they only had the budget for one piece of music.
I don't know if it was the best choice for me.
Because they used it in the middle too.
Yeah, if it was a little put on. Let me put it this way. If in our ratings there was a good, something between it was okay and great, I would probably put that this is good. I'm still very
Metacritic's at 66. I think
watching this movie. David Fincher is a good filmmaker. I never was like bored or I was compelled. It's just, endings make the movie. And I feel like the end of this
just say that. I don't need the ending as much as I don't need the ending as much as you usually. But in this case, you might be selling.
I needed the ending to stick the rules of the reality that they'd set up. It's the same problem I had. Again,
I don't know what the reality was. Like, you're not going to know what it is.
The reality is, if you jump off a 30-story building, a fucking airbag is going to not stop you. After going through two layers.
It's just not.
It's just not enough.
That's too high. That's way too high.
People would be picking pieces of you off their lapels.
Okay. Anyway, for me, the reality is,
which would be funny.
That's been happening the whole time, and I wish it was more absurd somehow. I know the stakes were absurd, but they were also so real and so grounded. I wish there was a way of having the effect of it being real and grounded to the effect that it was. But also for me to look back on this movie and be like, oh my God, this whole thing was ridiculous and absurd. It was, but but I actually think it's more fucked up than ridiculous, if that makes sense.
Okay, so
it's more fucked up than absurd. It's like, they just ruined this guy's life. It's harassment.
He signed up
I've made
for it,
this observation.
He didn't know what he was
before.
signing up for. Even the Apple rules, like even if you say you agree to them, like you can
read the
still sue
terms
them.
and conditions, folks.
No, you can still sue them. Come on.
I think David Fincher is at his best when he's dealing with psychology, and specifically psychology, not necessarily philosophy, not necessarily the huge questions, just very simple, actionable psychology. And it's interesting to me looking at his filmography that right before this he did Seven, and you guys are, I didn't know that, but you guys are saying that he, was going to make this next. Seven, I feel like he planted his feet in a crime genre, but the reason that movie is so compelling is because of the psychology of the detectives who are pretty interesting and classic, but the way that the serial killer is the story of the serial killer is told in a very interesting way, which reveals more about their psychology than we're more interested in their psychology than we are just in the crimes, because we never see the crimes committed.
No.
Then after the game, he does Fight Club, which is, for me, I feel like that is him going full bore back into psychology.
Yes.
He's interested in the deconstruction of somebody's mind.
I think we found where he's comfy.
For sure. This movie almost feels a little bit more like Spielberg-y in the sense of that adventure thing that I've talked about before. With adventure films, you often have the character who, usually the rule is usually that they're the same at the beginning as they are at the end, and you just let the circumstances drag them through.
Oh my God, you know what this was? This was an extended episode of Fantasy Island.
I don't even know what that is, to buzz it or not. Like, I don't even know.
I'm serious. Fantasy Island, they make a fantasy, and the fantasy goes wrong, but it all works out in the end. But it gets really sinister in the middle.
They made a horror movie of that.
They did,
years
and
ago,
it was okay.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. It was okay. You're exactly right, and that's kind of the point that I'm making. Is that I kind of felt like he did that here, and I'm not even blaming him entirely, but I bet he looks back and realizes I couldn't find my way into making my kind of movie with this script.
Right. Actually, John,
I'm sure he would say that.
Before he did Fight Club, he did Ladies and Gentlemen, the Best of George Michael. Actually, was the next thing
he did. You're right. How could I forget?
That's a thriller.
No,
it's just George Michael going,
you're right.
for like 3 hours.
Okay. Well, let's we are the love of cinema.
Hold on, can I ask you a question real fast? Because of what I just said, if this wasn't,
how could I say no?
Shut the fuck up. If David Fincher had not been the director of this and this was just some 90s movie, would you like it more? Did we have higher expectations?
Not at all.
Because it's him.
Actually, what I was going to say is, and I was going to say this about Michael Douglas, but we're on the same page here, is no, he elevated the material for sure. And he didn't write this, by the way. The people who wrote this wrote The Net in 1995. And they also wrote it's great. And they also wrote 7 episodes of Rugrats, which is not to demean them. Of course, it's a good job, but it's like,
they produced it. They produced this as well.
They're right. And you know who else produced it? A director.
Dude, my favorite line of the movie?
Jonathan Mostow, who's a big director who ended up directing Terminator Salvation, I think. What's up, Dave?
No, my favorite line of the movie, and it made me laugh out loud, was when he gets carjacked, and he's like, I'm extremely fragile right now, and just holds up the gun, and the guy just fucks off.
And the guy runs away. Yeah.
I was like, that was so well delivered.
I'll say it. What's funny about that is it's so 90s because that guy, at the point of like the game and stuff, it's like he probably doesn't even work for the game. That might actually be real carjacking.
That might have been real carjacking. I mean, at what
I
point
wish he did that in a different way. But
at what point did he do Falling Down? Douglas.
Michael Douglas?
Yeah.
I thought that was 96, I think.
So would have come straight off Falling Down onto this?
Back to elevating the material. Of course, David Fincher made it better than it probably should have been.
93. 93, dude. 93.
Michael Douglas, too. And I don't even want to pick an actor because I don't want to be like,
No, let's do it, though. Let's talk about him.
No, because Michael Douglas elevated this material. He could have overplayed it, he could have underplayed it. He found the sweet spot of it. And I think Michael Douglas, the best thing about him is he's really smart. Like, I don't know if he has Sean Penn's a looser cannon as an actor, of course. But that doesn't mean that Sean Penn couldn't have played this role. Maybe he was a little young for it, maybe not. But like Sean Penn could have been this role and it would have been really interesting. It just would have been very different. Well, Michael Douglas has this status that you can't shake. And watching him keep his stillness, keep his composure, but also be a nice, vulnerable, responsive actor. It's like he was really, really solid in a way that I don't think other people could have. I think he wasn't caught up in... I mean, it seems like a really fucking fun movie to make. I bet. Like, which is why Sean Penn is doing a small role. It's like borderline cameo role for him. Which is apparently
that was rewritten because that was originally female. Yeah.
And apparently she sued them, and it's whatever. Like, it's a whole thing that I don't know all the story about, but clearly it was just like Sean Penn just wanted to get in on the action, and this is Sean Penn saying that. This is not like Charlie Sheen, who's like, oh, sign me up and just give me some cocaine and hookers. His book came out, he said shit like that, so you can say that. Hey, his book came out, he said stuff like that. Anyway, Michael Douglas elevated this material, and he's so smart, and I think he knew he had to help it out. I think he knew, like, I don't know what the point is. So either he filled it in himself or not, but I feel like he elevated it. Maybe he could have even gone farther and like let us know what the moral is. But like you were saying, they're rewriting the ending. As an actor, you can only do so much. And I feel like he did his fucking job. I feel like he did a great job.
Did you buy the moments? Because I certainly bought his performance of them. I think I bought them on the page, although I observed them written into the script. I was like, oh, okay. The moments when he would have a connection with somebody mid-game, like his ex-wife, his brother, and he would say something that he would never have articulated things that way because he didn't have the emotional capacity before the game, which started like 27 hours ago. Things like that felt very Hollywood, where it was like, he has the chops, and I love your word status, because I think that is exactly right. I think it felt like he was choosing, like, this guy doesn't break until he shoots his brother. Like, that was like the landing zone.
Because with the ex-wife, he came close, but not quite.
Not really. No. I mean,
by that point, he's bought into the conspiracy completely.
Yeah. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like the status thing. I loved when he walked into the diner in Mexico. Was it Mexico or was he in America yet?
He's in America with the diner.
He's in America.
Okay. And he says, "May I please have your attention?" The way he took the stage right there.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was David telling us, like, you're allowed to wink and laugh at this, you guys. Like, this man still
and I wish there was more of that.
Like he's a powerful white man. There is he's humbled a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, I agree with what you're saying. It's almost though, like, what's the flip side of that casting? Because I like him in the role. I think anyone who would have been more emotionally affected would not necessarily have made the movie better. If somebody was all wrapped up and broken, even like a Harrison Ford, who's amazing at this kind of thing in a lot of movies.
That would have been a powerful man. Very Hollywood. Even though Harrison Ford doesn't seem like he wants to be a Hollywood person, that's what makes him so Hollywood. You know what I mean? It's like, he's like.
So I don't know. I guess I'm agreeing with you. Anyway, I'm agreeing with you. I think it's very interesting that they cast. Sorry.
Would you agree? Sean Penn's an actor's actor. Like, the other actors watch Sean Penn and they're like, fuck yeah, Sean Penn. Yeah. Michael Douglas is a director's actor. And I don't mean like there's an actual binary in this case, but it's like he will make his choices, but he will do what the director tells him to do. He will do it, and he will do it in the best of his ability. Oliver Stone can say, go fucking do this and fucking bye, and he'll go, okay, great. But he will do his job, and he will do it well, and he will do it respectfully. And I think it might have cost, I think an actor's actor might have pushed some buttons in this movie. And you're right, John, it wouldn't necessarily have made the movie better. But I think any of those Hollywood moments, I think other people might have been like, no. And he was just like, okay, I trust you. I'm going to do the best I can for sure. Let's fucking go. But I trust he did what the director told him to do.
See, I want to just,
what do you think?
Hit back to that question. I answer that question first. It's okay.
I was asking both.
You answer it first. Yeah, you answer it first.
I don't know. Well, I was going to go back to the question I asked at the beginning of the show, which was, when do you think the game started?
So you're not going to answer the question.
I'm not going to answer the question. I was going to divert because I don't really know the answer to that.
I am always going to be on the side of spontaneity and is going to make things more interesting. And when you're dealing with storytelling, I think, like, let's go for interesting along with trying to find truth every single time. I still don't think I would have given a shit about the way he approached it at all. I think what he did would have worked if they would have written in a moment at the end of that deliverance to actually see that that man's status, that person finally break. And it wasn't during this crazy shit that was happening to him. It was when he finally realized that he was willing to do exactly what his dad did. I just never saw that.
And he
moment.
knew what it was like to be a poor, struggling person also, because I think the dad thing was good, but I feel like they were also showing him what it was like to throw his means
they
away.
broke his existence
got
down
with that.
But yeah,
They didn't even come close, but they definitely, like, he was in that position. It wasn't just about his father when he was begging. Anyway,
the way he pushed the top of that casket off, I was like, this guy is unstoppable.
Yeah, right.
He was like, God. I was like, he doesn't.
I don't know. If I woke up inside a fucking casket, I'd push it off like
privilege.
that too.
Also, I love that. Like, you're going to be your dad, but let's bury you alive first. It's like, okay, I feel like they were overdoing it a little bit. Okay,
really awesome.
Dave, you're talking both of us down, Dave. But let's go. What was your question?
No, I was saying.
He's not even intentionally. He's letting us talk ourselves down.
Yeah, I was saying when you think the game started, because I noticed this time it starts earlier than I thought it did. Because it's like, and I think I picked up on a subtle clue.
What did you think?
Me or him?
Yeah, you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it started.
I'll guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it not in the restaurant?
It's.
When Sean comes?
It's when he got off the elevator into their offices.
The first time when he gets off into his office.
Their office. He goes to their office, yeah. Because after that's when the
consumer.
Yeah. When he goes to have all the tests done and everything. Because I noticed this time there's a guy in the elevator who looks very, very similar to the guy who bumps into him in the train station later. Or wherever he was, this guy just bumps into him, and he's noticeably similar to him. But the guy's like touching his forehead as the elevator opens. Like, this is him. Start.
Okay. Yeah.
He gives him a little subtle go signal. Yeah, and I was like,
so
was that?
I mean, obviously
the
Sean Penn scene. I feel like the Sean Penn scene was important. Obviously, like that scene. Even anyway, you're probably that's interesting, Dave. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Also, can I say again, I love James Raybar, and I think he's amazing, and I think he's awesome. Specific as fuck, but he's great.
Liz, he plays Liz's dentist in 30 Rock. It's so funny.
I think he's great. R.I.P.
He's so funny. I think it started in the restaurant. I think it's already started, and he doesn't know it because Sean has already paid for it.
Yeah.
I don't even think the.
But the waitress wasn't there yet,
starts,
though. That's the only thing. The waitress wasn't there yet.
You don't see her face.
She admits that later. She said, "I wasn't there. You didn't see me."
Do you believe her?
Yeah. Actually, I kind of do there. I do feel like I do.
I don't, because she's planting paranoia in him at that point.
Yeah.
But she also says
it could have been either of those points.
No gun. It's not a real gun. I don't know.
I'll give you. It could have been either of those points.
She's fucking. I think they're fucking with him with the iced tea and all that shit at the table when he's there. I think it's already began, but there's no proof. You know what would be great though? You're bringing up another point, and I maybe David thought about all this shit, and maybe he would redo it and want to do this, but if the best thing that could happen with a movie like this is desperately make us want to rewatch every scene and answer that kind of question and understand how the game was played in every single detail, and especially a man like him who does 90 fucking, tons of setups and tons of takes in each setups, it would have been fun, but I don't think that if I went back and watched those two scenes, it would actually be that much fun.
No.
To be like, oh, there it is.
No.
Like, it didn't feel like it was intentional in that sense.
Instead, they showed up, and
I felt like the forehead touch was
doing it.
Because he's right behind
I agree with
you. Right, Dave. You're probably right.
I agree with you. I think there are those little moments. And maybe he just said, the point is not to draw attention to it. And but anyway.
Also, why is it that when he left with the waitress, why did he go to the alley where the Wayne parents were murdered?
Well, let's shine some light on. I love movies set in San Francisco.
Yeah, San Francisco.
I fucking love it every time.
And Chicago. I feel like those are like two great cities to have movies in.
He totally
but San Francisco
crashed his car right where the Neon Maniacs
banker,
live.
So it's like if it's not New York, it's got to be there. Where the what maniac?
The Neon Maniacs.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that movie you didn't watch for Halloween.
No, I watched it. I just drank a lot when I watched it, and I drank a lot when I talked about it. Oh, no, you're right. You're right.
I know, just for bringing that up, I should get that.
Guys, we watched 3 movies a week, and then for Halloween, we watched 5 movies that week. It was like I was in school. I had a significant other. I don't know how you watch 5 movies that week. Oh, my God.
Too much.
Your shoes cost $1,000. Wait, Your Shoes Cost $1,000? Well, that one did. I mean, come on.
Did you recognize? Do you feel like you recognized the David Fincher precision in this movie, the way it exists, and kind of notoriously in all of his,
in all of his Madonna videos and George Michael videos and Steve Winwood videos, and
actually in this, because like he was playing with you emotionally, not in a reckless way. It was very well directed. That like at this point you're going to be feeling awkward. At this point you're going to be feeling hesitant. At this point you're not going to know who the fucking villain is, or if everyone's the villain. Like I started to get a little paranoid. It was only the ending that fucks this up for me.
The cafeteria sequence is fucking weird.
This cafeteria sequence I loved.
Where does this?
That's probably I think that's my favorite sequence in the movie.
Yeah, they had me until he went off the roof.
So I'm assuming this is not in your Fincher top 5. We're talking like 12 movies, by the way. Is it 5? It's 5 through. It's got to be 5 through 10, right? Alien 3 is probably 11 or 12. Yeah. Where do you think this? Where do you think this lands? If you were to guess, you don't have to settle on it, but
I'd say
Panic Room.
I'd say probably
second to last. Panic Room's above this. Curious Case of Benjamin. Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
I'd put that below this.
So you have 7, Fight Club, Zodiac, definitely. We that's pretty high on all of our lists after our conversation. Social Network, all of these are higher. So second to last. All right.
Yeah, which is and again,
Mank.
It's
Mank?
still.
I don't know about Mank.
It deserves a rewatch. I think we were all a little underwhelmed with that as well when we watched it. But this is why endings are so important, because I think we're all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
That we had a really good time watching this until the end. And that's why endings are so fucking important. And I think all of us would probably vote for maybe something a little bit higher if they had really delivered something. And I think
I don't think I'd vote for higher. Are you staying or are you going down? John, are you staying or are you going down?
It's not okay. It's better than okay. So I'm leaving it at great. I wish there was a good. I wish there was a fucking good, but there's not a good, so I'm staying great because it's not an okay movie.
We need 6. we need 6 because you're sitting at 50 and John's like, I'll give it a 60 something. The meta score is 66.
I'm going 1 through 10 here, and I'm giving it a 7. So that's why I give it a grade.
I don't get your 7 because I gave it a gold star last week, and you were like, that's preserved for the best movies of all time, and it's like
that's a 9 or a 10.
Well, it's a 10, I guess, for the way you were describing it. I would give it a 9, but 7. I mean, I thought you were leaning towards 6.
You give Memento a 9 or a 10?
9. That's what I'm saying. I would give it a 9. I'm not necessarily giving it a 10, but I got 5 choices, so I gave it a 9 or a 10. But I gave it a 9. You're giving this one a 7. I would have guessed 6.
Who knew these 5 buttons to start so many fights?
Staying where I'm at. Dave, did we pull you up?
No, I'm holding steady. Holding steady right in the middle where I am. All right.
It was just okay.
Just okay. I had fun watching it, but it was exactly the same as when I watched it the first time and didn't really get it. I got some new stuff from it, but there was nothing else.
That's always good.
From it.
It was just like the first time I watched it, I didn't understand it at all when I was 10. Okay, you were older, but it's okay. Let's wrap this up. Amazing conversation as always. Let's fucking move on. You guys ready to move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Dave, we're going to spin the wheel here in a second, but John and I are going to guess what year this is going to pick. Doesn't matter that we were just in 2000 and now we're in 1997, which are 2 years very close to each other. John, what year do you think it's going to be?
I'm going to go 83.
Okay.
Were we just there?
I was going to go back in time too. I'm going to go 71.
All right.
I feel like I keep picking the same year. 71.
I hope it's in the 2000s.
Dave, I hate to admit it, I can't see this at all.
Yeah, I know. It didn't work again.
But just tell us.
94.
What?
Yeah,
that's 2097 to 94.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
we're not going to sit here and Google Jurassic Park. I mean, other movies. We're Schindler's List. We're gonna wait till the break to do that.
Dude.
That was 93. Oh, yeah. Forrest Gump. Shit, Forrest Gump. Fuck everybody. Pulp Fiction. All right. Well, yeah, we're gonna. What have you been watching, Dave?
I pretty much caught up on. I haven't even had time to watch Peacemaker this week. I watched Alien though, and Jesus, they weren't kidding on social media about don't eat this one over dinner. Like, don't watch this over dinner because it gets a little gooey. This episode
which,
gets
which,
gooey.
which show? Which
Alien,
show?
Alien Earth.
Ugh, I'm behind on it. Fuck.
Yeah, where there's an episode. The episode last week was almost like a filler episode, but it shows you what happened on the spaceship, and it's like an episode of like the movie Alien.
Cool.
So yeah,
I think I'm going to wait until this is totally done, and then I'm going to binge it.
And binge the fuck out of it because it's awesome.
I know. I know. I'm
yeah.
behind. I got to get into it. I can't wait. John?
I'm excited. All right, I did some watching. After Memento last week, I ended up watching. I was like, do I want to watch another Nolan movie? I was like, maybe I'll watch Insomnia. I haven't watched that one in a long time. But instead of watching Nolan's Insomnia, I watched the original Insomnia, which is a Nordic film starring Stellan Skarsgård. That's where he exploded onto the scene. And it's so good. It's a good movie. It's a good Nordic thriller crime genre thing. It's not even that thrilling. It's more of a drama. It's more psychological. It's small. It doesn't have the thrills and just all that stuff. It's very bleak, but it's really good. I watched the Billy Joel documentary.
Oh, I watched that too. Did I tell you that I watched it?
Very good. Too long. Oh my God, it's so long.
Which one did you like better, one or two, or what do you think?
Probably one, just because it's fun to see the origins.
I think you're right. You're right. You're so right.
It's great. It's great.
Remember
I just
when
wish
he didn't make any goddamn money for like
2.5
20
hours.
years? He didn't make any fucking money. He got ripped off twice.
It's amazing. What a songwriter. I'm glad I watched it. I said it's too long, but I'm so very glad I watched it. It was really fun. If you're a fan at all, you should press play and don't think about it. Shrinking. We started watching that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's got that soft around the edges. What's the name of that? Very talented, the creator of Ted Lasso and Shrinking. Whatever that gentleman's name is, Bill Lawrence. Oh. And so it feels like that. You know, it's going to have an emotional touch to it. It's going to have a theme song that makes you feel good. It's going to have all bright lighting.
It's going to have a theme song?
Scary or...
What happened to theme songs?
You know what I mean? It's got Ted Lasso has that Mumford and Son song. Like this one has another theme song that makes you... Yeah. They're like, isn't like, yeah. Life's hard, but it's good, right? You know, it feels like that, but it's good. They do a good job with it. It's funny.
Oh, he did Scrubs too. Good for him.
Good for him, right? Yeah,
2 Emmys.
It's good. You should watch it. Platonic. I'm still watching it. I'm kind of sick of watching it week by week, though. I enjoyed watching season 1 in one fell swoop. I am not having as much fun watching it week by week. I don't know if it has the staying power week to week, but it's a really good show.
Oh, did I tell you I'm rewatching Lost, but in binge style, not having to wait a week?
No, that's the only way I watched it, dude.
That's how I watched it too.
I watched an original where you had to wait a week and then a year between fucking seasons, dude. It was torture.
That's terrible.
So much better in a binge model.
I watched it.
It's so much better.
A girl I worked with bought the first 5 seasons in Cambodia, and they just were literally like, no commercials, no chapters. It literally just went right into the next scene. And I would literally do a show. It was during the theater, and I would watch 5 episodes a night. I would go home at like 10 p.m. and just be up till 3 a.m. just watching Lost.
So fucking good.
Fucking love
Last thing I watched.
That's awesome.
There is a docuseries on film that I first watched. I don't know if you guys remember watching me watch this, but I watched it in like 2014 or 15, and it's called Story of Film and Odyssey. And it's by this highbrow man named Mark Cousins, who's a film historian. And oh my God, it's like going home. This is the thing that like made me want to watch, like to make movies. It's all about film history outside of Hollywood, including Hollywood. It's amazing. It's on Prime Video. If anybody is a snob like me and wants to deep dive, you're fucking welcome.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot to mention last week, we watched like American Catfish. That story that was the #1 movie on Netflix.
God, you guys love your fucking murder series. Last night in the sketch at the beginning where he's like, there will be streamers and they will make stars. And they were like, what kind of stars? He says, mostly murderers.
Real life
murderers.
Who would watch a show about real life murder? He's like, your wife, my wife, everybody's wives. Yes, that's exactly right. And it's not a spoiler to say that they do interview the person who did it. And so you're like waiting and you're like, is it this person? And so like, it's so it's a little cheap in that regard. But
I know how it ends and it's horrifying.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. That's why. And it was the #1 movie on Netflix like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. So I watched it. We watched it last week, and it's
a movie. It's not a...
No, it's a documentary movie. It's like a 90-minute movie. And it's great knowing that, like when you get to the ending, because the person you've been like, you're like, you? And they're like, yeah, it was me. Like, it's like, fuck you. What the fuck? Anyway, we watched that. We still haven't finished the New Orleans one. I love it, but it's so depressing. And I'm trying to get Angela, but it's like, what depressing thing are we going to watch? This murder thing or this hurricane thing?
Oh, yeah, the spike. Yeah.
So we started Only Murders in the Building, dropped their first 3 episodes, and I love it. They got right to it, and they said they're not fucking around, and I was pretty happy about that this season. I've been up and down with that show, but that was really great this time. I started Peacemaker, Dave, so I feel like with Peacemaker, Alien Earth, and Only Murders, there's so many shows that I'm trying to catch up on. I didn't get to watch any movies.
Are you season 1 or 2?
We're cooking. No, I'm on season 2. I watched season 1. I love season 1. We used to talk about season 1.
Yeah.
I liked season 1's theme song better than this one, but it's okay. I'm glad they mixed it up. Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and
please go see Caught Stealing
in theaters. Yes, I know. I have my tickets for one Leonardo DiCaprio movie after the other, and I can't wait. That's next Thursday, though. Okay, so we're going to take a break to Google movies from 1994 so we can keep this episode under 90 minutes. Let's go. 1994 movies. See you in a second. Listen to some Dasein. See you in 2 seconds. Bye.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We are back.
Okay, people, we've decided there are so many movies that came out this year. We kind of wanted to do Peter Jackson's Heavenly Creatures, which is not available to rent anywhere. So off the list. Sorry, Kate Winslet and Melanie Linsky in your early role.
Sitting on the rights to that.
It's okay. We got another great movie for you here. We are going to do The Professional, a.k.a. Leon the Professional, starring Natalie Portman. But Dave, you insist on what? What do you insist on?
Apparently there's a short film that preceded this.
Was Natalie Portman in that short film?
I think so, and I want to hunt that down.
Well, we are going to try to figure that out. Hopefully, at least one out of the 3 of us see is that. But Leon the Professional, Jean Reno. I think I said that like he was Italian. He's not. He's French. And Natalie Portman, when she's like 12 or 14, when she's awesome. I can't wait